Come on, where are my people at? Where are you guys at? Come on. Come on. Maxilla, what's up? Do I got audio now? Do I got my audio now? All right, cool. I don't know what happened to the audio on the PC. I don't know what happened to the audio on the laptop. It worked the last time I set that up. I don't know. But what you getting into today? Besides this. Aiden, what's up? How you doing, man? How is it going? Yeah, I figure I don't. Chris Kitts, man, welcome to the club. Thank you for the channel membership. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. 77, what's up? How's it going? Yeah, I don't know what happened to my audio with the laptop. You guys saw the last time I did the testing stream. It worked fine. Like, I've got a condenser mic that I plugged in. That didn't work. The microphone on my earbuds didn't work. Actually, I probably should have unplugged the the headphones. Yep, sound is here. Ah, fruitcake. Oh, Maxilla, you went to the promised land. Oh my God, you went to the promised land. Jerry, what's up, brother? How's it going? Yeah, I have yet to go to Smoky Mountain Knife Works, but I am waiting for the day. At some point, I'm going to take a couple days off of work. The thing is, I want to go in there with some money, right? I want to go to Smoky Mountain Knife Works with some money to spend. Now, either I save up for Smoky Mountain Knife Works or I save up for Blade Show. I can't do both at the same time because the channel is not quite earning enough for that. Yeah. So it's either go to Smoky Mountain Knife Works or go to Smoky Mountain Knife Works is a store. It's like Bass Pro Shops but knives. It's huge. But it's either go there or go to Blade Show, not both. And right now I'm saving up for Blade Show. Arthur, what's up? How you doing, man? But yeah, so it's saving up for Blade Show. And I'm hoping that I can go in there about as big as I can go about as big as I did this year, or technically last year. I've already taken like 10 days off from work. It's like 9-10 days off from work so that I've got time to rest beforehand. I've got time to recuperate afterwards. I got time to shoot some videos with all the knives that I pick up. But I'm hoping I can go in there because this last year I came in there with $1,300 between my own funding with an extra paycheck and you guys' funding. So I'm hoping I can go in there this year and do it again. Only this time, maybe pick up some more budget stuff because last time there wasn't a lot of budget stuff to be had. There wasn't a whole lot of stuff to be had in the $40 to $50 price range. I just kind of had to grab whatever I could get. Oh, where is it? Yeah, Death Metal Son, where we went vertical. I've got a French toast scented candle for right now. Yeah, I'm also hoping yeah, well, that was the thing is like I went around and I was looking for sharpening stuff, and outside of like the Wicked Edge and the fixed angle sharpener booths, Chris, let's put it this way. I am not good about shipping stuff out. Aiden, how long ago did you send me those stones that I still have yet to send to KO and Punisher? How many months has it been now? There's a reason that I don't proxy for people, and it's on my end. It's because I am a complete fuck up when it comes to sending stuff out. It's also why I haven't done the giveaway that I got knives and stuff for. But yeah, I went looking at the sharpening stuff. I was looking for sharpening stuff, and outside of like Wicked Edge and a few fixed angle systems and stuff like that, there wasn't much to be shown. There just wasn't much there. And we got emotional support caffeine to go with the scented candle. Oakley Hartley, what's up? How you doing, man? Welcome. How you doing, Oakley? We're doing a bit of a different format of stream today. This time I am pointing the camera at myself and talking because I don't do face reveals very often. There is a venomous goose that has spikes on its wings and can fly 76 miles an hour. It wouldn't surprise me if that actually existed in Australia. I'll be honest. It wouldn't surprise me. But yeah. I'm doing good, Oakley. I'm doing good, man. We're doing a live stream, hanging out with you guys. I'm having a good time. Africa. That's also not too surprising. But yeah, I wanted to pick up some new sharpening stones, and I've actually gone online and I've looked around. It's like, I need something that goes like 600 grit to 2000 grit, something like that. MMMO513, what's up? How you doing, man? Yeah, Happy New Year, guys. Happy New Year. Happy January, beginning of the year. What's today, the 2nd? Yeah, today is the 2nd. So Happy New Year to you guys. Happy 2nd of January. Okay, Guam, good question. So I am not an expert in sharpening stones, so I am recycling what I have seen from Outdoors 55. But the difference between Govard Hanjaruk, what's up? Hanrajuk, what's up? But the cheap sharpening stones have what's called grit contamination. That means in your 600 grit, you'll have 300 and 400 grit particles mixed in with your regular particles, which kind of screws up your sharpening. Whereas the higher quality sharpening stones don't have that grit contamination. You have 600 grit across your 600 grit stone, so it doesn't mess with your sharpening. Go Verdan. Gotcha. Go Verdhan. Okay, I see what you're saying now. Sorry, man. I tried to read it. I really did, man. But reading it from an American perspective, it was really hard to read, man. But Ruby Chan, what's up? How you doing? No, so it won't be 100, 600. You'll be 1000 with some random grit kind of thrown in there. With random grit pieces thrown in there that might be 800 grit, might be 600 grit, and your 1000 may have, or your 6000 may have some 1000 grit or 2000 grit in there too. Yeah, Happy New Year, man. Hopefully you guys had a good New Year celebration. Yeah, like I said, if you want to know a lot more, look up Outdoors 55, Alex over at that channel. He will show you microscopically. Yeah, have a great day. Thank you for dropping by, for leaving. But yeah, appreciate you being here. But Outdoors 55 will show you on a microscopic level, what those stones look like, what that grit contamination looks like, what you're supposed to look out for. And he's also got some recommendations for some good budget stones that don't have grit contamination that are really, really good to use. The SATC on Amazon, I believe, is one of them. My ear itches. But yeah, the SSATC is one of those highly recommended. Oakley, thanks for that. I appreciate it. Okay, so Thailand, I don't know if you can get them in Thailand. I don't know if you can get them in Thailand. I'm sure they're manufactured in China and you can probably find them in Thailand, which may be under a different brand name, but I don't know, man. I'm in the United States, so everything that I am talking about is from a United States perspective. But yeah, Outdoors 55. Can I teach you some life lessons? Um, Given how messed up my life has been up until the last 10 or 12 years, there's not much life advice I can hand you that isn't from the perspective of someone that's been through some crazy ass shit. Ray Hancock, what's up? How you doing, man? But yeah, like any advice I give you is from the perspective of someone who's been through some crazy ass shit. Um, Psycho 4762, what's up? How you doing? How far do we want to go down this rabbit hole? Because there's a massive trauma dump, and then there's just a whole bunch of way partying way too hard. A whole lot of getting fucked up and a whole lot of doing fucked up shit. Just childhood was violent, adolescence was violent, and then early adulthood was staying really, really intoxicated and partying really, really hard. Unknown, what's up? How you doing, man? What is what behind me? We got a lot of stuff behind me here. Ronald Dobbins, what's up? How you doing, man? Yeah, I know. Surprise, face reveal. Luna Hurlstone, what's up? How you doing? But what's what behind me? I got a ton of stuff behind me. There's a Thor's hammer, Sonic the Hedgehog. There's a Ray Vance from Ghostbusters. There's a cowboy. There's Powdered Toast Man, Godzilla, Archer. There's a Link. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't need the whole life story. But someone was asking what I mean. Like, if I'm offering you life advice, it's from the perspective of someone that's been through all that. Like, it's not helpful advice for someone that's lived a pretty normal, stable life. Chris Chan Light. I am not familiar with Chris Chan, so I don't know whether to be insulted or not. Yeah, Oakley, I got 2 kids. They're adults now. Oh, dude, Christmas was all right. I don't normally do holidays. I'm not a very festive person, but my oldest kid got me a oh yeah. Yeah, I got 2 girls, man, but that's about all the information you're going to get out of me. They're adults. I'm not going to start doxing people or shit. But no, my oldest kid got me a CRT screen TV, one of the old ones for my Nintendo 64 and my Sega Saturn, so that I can play them and they look right. Yeah, both my kids are adults now, man. Like, I got started early. But yeah, the twerking video is probably going to be June or July. I got to work on that Brazilian butt lift. Got to work on that Brazilian butt lift, that BBL. But yeah, so now I've got a CRT and I don't know where to set it up because the war room is an absolute disaster. Let's see. So there you can see the stand with the strops and everything. Over there is the e-liquid making lab. Over there, over my shoulder, is my resin casting. You see how much mess I got? I got nowhere to put a... No, I don't smoke weed, man. I've been out of that game for too many years. I can't handle that shit. Space Fish, what's up? How you doing? Yeah, just we'll pull a gut lift and do a BBL. No pets. No pets. The house is too much of a mess to bring a pet in here. Like if you could process the amount of mess you just saw, here's another table. Too much on the body. Luna, thankfully, parts of the house are still clean. Like, this is just the basement. This is just the basement. The basement is the big mess. And part of that is this is where I do my YouTube filming. This is where I do the live streams. This is where I've got all my old video game stuff set up. This is where I've got the Street Fighter arcade cabinet set up. This is where I've got a ton of stuff that doesn't go in the rest of the house. So, which one in the corner? You mean the arcade 1-up cabinet? That's the Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition. If you're talking about the arcade cabinet. Oh no, I love dogs. I love pets. Don't get me wrong. No, the rest of the house isn't like this. It's a little bit of a mess, but it's not like this. This is just the one room. The one room is the mess. Yeah, Street Fighter 2, oh my god, I love that game so much, but I'm not good at it anymore. I used to be pretty good compared to the people that I played with. All of my friends, I was pretty good. I'm not that good anymore, and like I tried playing Street Fighter 4 online and found out I was absolute trash. I was like, I real quickly found out, hey, I'm trash at this. Hooray! Yeah, Fortnite's pretty good. I like Fortnite, but I don't get to play very often. The only person I had to play with is my youngest kid. They're not available all that often, so we might play one time a season, and we'll play for about 2-3 hours, and then that's it. That's all we got time for. But yeah, like, yeah, hit that thumbs up, you guys. Nothing will hurt your feelings more than going online with a game that you used to be good at and finding out how bad you really are at it. No, I haven't played Dying Light. I'm trying to remember which one that is. No, I haven't played Dying Light. What the hell's the one I'm thinking of? There was one that I played with a couple of friends of mine for an afternoon, and then I was never online with them again for that, and I can't remember what the hell it was. I don't know. I wish I still had my old Fortnite crew. My my old Fortnite crew was a couple of friends of mine, and one of them was super aggressive, and he'd keep pulling us into fights we had no business being in, so we get smoked constantly, and the other one's just a really good friend of mine. And we had a lot of fun, but the one of them has a girlfriend now, and he's busy. The other one, Luna, yeah, people donate pretty regularly. Drawing stuff. Oh my god. How long has it been drawing stuff? Yeah, how long has it been? It's been a while. But yeah, people donate kind of regularly. Like the channel will earn about $100 a month, something like that. So it's a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit here, 25, $30 a month for ad revenue. People do donate, but normally they donate while I'm doing my regular live stream. This is an abnormal live stream. I appreciate that drawing stuff. This is not a normal live stream. I'm normally not streaming with my face to the camera. We're normally looking at a tabletop where I'm cutting up cardboard to do edge retention testing on knives. I figured I'd do something different and just hang out and talk to you guys and see how well that went. Speaking of which, Luna, this is a knife review channel. So we carry them, we review them. Bailey Nicole 11, what's up? How you doing? But like we carry knives, we review them, we test them out, like we do stuff with knives. As a matter of fact, this is the knife of the week. This is the one we're carrying this week. Liam Gallagher Real, what's up? How you doing? Oh God, I miss playing D&D so much. I miss playing D&D so much. Yeah, this thing is big. Uh Pi 5 KO. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be, but welcome. I probably could shave my beard with it, but I'm not gonna. And I got a phone call. I'll have to call him back. We don't have Lego stuff. Yeah, we're trying something new, Brando. But we don't have Lego stuff here. We got a lot of action figures. Like there's some Transformers, Godzilla. There's Archer. There's an Alien. There's Link, He-Man, Batman, Powdered Toast Man, Ghostbusters. I watched a little bit of Stranger Things. Ben, what's up? How you doing? Yeah, Oakley, I got 2 cars. But yeah, no, I got some cheap thing off of Amazon to trim my beard up once in a while, which I am overdue for. I need to shorten it up for work because I'm not supposed to have it grown out this much, but I am lazy and Daniel Berry Sports Highlight 50 58 51. What's up? How you doing? Happy Friday. Yeah, I am off work today, so we're doing this. But well, no. The hat was probably on Young Sheldon, but Radio Shack was actually a real place. Radio Shack was actually a real place, and I used to be over there all the time when I was a kid. So, like, I've had this hat picked out for a long time and finally got it. Oh yeah, the shirt. Yeah, I'm American. We are in the good old US of A, baby. What a weird place to be. But yeah, like I kind of miss going to Radio Shack, even though there's nothing there I would need to buy right now. Oakley, yes, I have a job. Oh, Oakley, how old are you, man? How old are you, Oakley? I wish that this could be my full-time job. I wish I could do this full-time, but you can't live off of 120 bucks a month. I wish I could, but Ollie 41 M85, what's up? How you doing, man? Welcome. But I wish I could live off 120 bucks a month, but no, I got to work a full-time job. Like I would love for one day. Oh, I've been doing good, man. I've been doing good. Just been like I was telling the guys, have to hold down a full-time job. So I would love for one day for this Pack 21.5 TV. What's up? How you doing, man? Gotcha, Oakley. Yeah, that makes sense. But I would love for one day for this to be my full-time job. I would love one day to be able to just do videos. Like to be able to do videos and review stuff and have gear come in and do live streams and stuff like that. I'd love to be able to do that full time. Work out of my house, be my own boss, kind of work on my terms, and Pack, calm down, buddy. Calm down. Go jerk off real solid, and then come back and think about it some. Mr. Stickbug 100, what's up? How you doing, man? Get stickbugged. Speaking of which, where is he? Ace on Knives, what's up? How you doing, man? Yeah, chat's kind of wacky. Well, right now, since we're not doing the usual live stream format, yeah, chat's going to be a little weird. I was kind of curious to see what would happen with that. Yeah, chat's kind of wacky, but I mean, like doing this as a full-time job, streaming, doing videos as a full-time job is a long way off. Adam Gilligan, 3688. What's up? How you doing, man? Welcome. Are you asking what my favorite anime is? Wilderness Bushcraft. What's going on? What's up, George? But are you trying to ask what my favorite anime is? Hang on, we're getting to the bottom of this. Yeah, he hang on. ECDS and Sonic fan, what's up? How you doing, man? Yeah, that's Donkey Kong pushing buttons. Oh, Wilderness. I just got through dealing with that. Oh my god, I had to go to work feeling like crap for the whole week. Oakley, I'm not big on anime. I enjoyed Dragon Ball Z when I was younger. Yeah, King of the Hill. That's the best anime. I do like One Punch Man. I do like One Punch Man. I'll give you that. Yeah, but now what was I saying? We're gonna call you Sonic for short. I don't know why you'd have trouble in here. No, I tried watching Rick and Morty and couldn't really get into it. It may be that I only made it through the first handful of episodes, so I didn't really get into it far enough. It just didn't hold my attention. Oh yeah, South Park. Oh my god, South Park, the Brown Note episode is one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. Oh my god, I love the Brown Note episode. Ed Durbin, what's up? How you doing, man? Yeah, I got my kids into Dragon Ball Z just because I had like a stack of DVDs. Like I had a few seasons of Dragon Ball Z and a couple of movies, and my kids found them and got super into it. I don't know. I will say the original Transformers, I think, counted as anime. Um, yeah, Ed. Every time there's a face reveal, you don't look like what I thought you looked like. Start looking different now. But like Transformers and all that, Voltron was back when they called it Japanimation instead of anime. That's a long time ago. Like us old guys probably remember when it was called Japanimation. But yeah, like I mentioned earlier, I don't feel like doing Cardboard Slayer right now, but I got bored, so here we are. And I like how on the camera the glasses make it look like I've got a fake nose, and now you cannot unsee that. Ray Hancock, what sharpening question do you have that I may or may not be able to answer? I might be able to answer a sharpening question, but I'm not an expert. I prefer diamond plates. I'll be honest, I prefer diamond plates. All I've got is a $7 block. I've got a $7 block of a diamond plate that I got from yeah, diamond. I've got a $7 block that I got from Harbor Freight that will actually sharpen a knife, and you can do an okay job at it. It only goes up to 600 grit, but if you've got a strop, you can get an okay enough edge to get by on. And then I've got that Sharpall, which is 320 and 1200 grit, I believe. 320 and 1200, and they're both diamond plate. And then of course the Precision Adjust Elite and the Precision Adjust Professional both have diamond plates on them. So yeah, I haven't messed with ceramic traditional stones. I haven't had a good traditional stone to play with. I haven't had a good traditional stone to use before, so I don't know how those work or don't work. So do with that information what you will. But if I had to pick between any of the three, not knowing anything, I would still take the diamond plates just because they're durable and they don't need water or anything else. They don't need a lot of maintenance. Um, yeah. That rabbit hole can go so damn deep. And like I've with the sharp ball, I am getting a hey Gardner, what's up? How you doing? Yeah, we're doing something different today to see how it goes. Yeah, the 325 1200. The precision adjust does come with a ceramic stone, but what I think he was talking about was freehand sharpening. And I haven't freehanded with a ceramic stone. I'd like a ceramic stone to freehand on just to work on practicing maintaining my angles between stones. I feel like with that 325 1200, you can kind of fake it a little bit. If you don't quite get the angle the same on the 1200 side, you can kind of force your way through it. And Kershaw Flipper, what's up, man? What's going on, man? How you doing? But you switch to 1200, you can kind of force your way through it and force the edge onto the same plane across the. Let me try to articulate my thought. You can force it into the angle that you're sharpening at, even if it's not the same as you did on the 325. Whereas a ceramic, I don't think it removes enough material where you can, force a 16-degree angle into a 17-degree angle or vice versa. I don't think. I could be wrong, but I like the 1200 removes material. It removes material fast enough that you can definitely force it if you need to. Oh yeah. No, ooh, nice, Ed. Yeah, I have sharpened some stuff. Ray, my favorite angle for bevels is 17 degrees per side. Kershaw Flipper, Happy New Year. And yeah, I wish the Work Sharp Precision Adjust came with a better clamp. The clamp that I have right now has got some material hogged off it from where the stone, the edge of the knife didn't hang out far enough from the clamp, and the stone hit the clamp while I was sharpening, and it'll do it on one side, not the other. So I'm not sure what the deal is there, but I wish they came with a better clamp. Better clamp. Oakley, you said you like One Punch Man about 4 times now. Calm down, boo boo. But yeah, 17 degrees per side. No, I didn't do anything on New Year's. I went to work, I went home, and I pounded medication to go to sleep right at midnight so that I could get up and go back to work yesterday. Deadly Chihuahua. That's the best trolling you got. I am as disappointed as your father. Pat Steiner, what's up? How you doing, man? I'm doing good. Yeah, if we see a new clamp from WorkSharp, it's going to be attached to an entirely different precision adjust, and it's going to be like the Precision Adjust Pro Plus or something like that, or Precision Adjust Primus or some shit like that, and it's going to be like a $500 system. Like and it's going to be the sideways version, like the Wicked Edge, where you're doing this, and it's going to be 2 of every stone. Just mark my words. Mark my words. The next precision adjust they come out with, Luna Hurlstone, what's up? Yeah, mark my words. That's the next thing they're going to do, the precision adjust God mode, and it's going to be 2 of every stone. It's going to be like the Wicked Edge, where you're just kind of running them sideways. And I would love to have one of those Wicked Edge systems like they had at Blade Show, but I ain't got the money for it. Kiwi, what's up? How you doing, man? Hello. Yeah, let's try to think of a name for that thing. The Work Sharp Precision Adjust. Yeah, 17 degrees is good on most blade steels. If I'm down into the CR series steel or some of the stuff that's a little bit softer, I'll go 18 degrees per side. But that is a good angle for cutting up cardboard and general light duty tasks. Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to upgrade into next. I would love to be able to save up to get what I want. Deez, what's up? How you doing? Liam, I don't have any more knives. All right, see you later, Oakley. I don't have any more knives within reach. However, if you'd like, I can show you the knives that I haven't carried yet to review. I've got a bunch of knives that I have to carry and do review videos on. But I don't have any more knives right next to me. But yeah, I've done 15 degrees on one D2 blade, and that was the Ozark Trail to see how much Elite Professional Premium. That's it, the Precision Adjust Premium. I think, Brando, you've got the right name for it, the Precision Adjust Premium. I think that's going to be it. But what the hell was I saying? I got distracted. Oh yeah. So I did 15 degrees on the Ozark Trail knife from Walmart, the original orange one from that first run that I got. And I wanted to see if it chipped out or did anything weird, and it didn't do anything. But for the most part, when I'm sharpening, it's 17 degrees per side. If I'm on a CR series steel or something softer, I'll definitely be doing 18, 19 degrees per side. Ooh, Precision Adjust Ultimate. That also is a strong contender, Brando. That is a strong contender. Huh. Yeah, okay, so Precision Adjust Premium or Precision Adjust Ultimate. The only problem is if they go Ultimate, they don't have any more names to go with. Precision Adjust Ultimate 2, The Return of the Revenge. Which Batman? There's a couple. We got a Lego-looking Batman. We got a small Batman. We got a small Batman. I got another Batman up here on the on this picture frame. Mr. Mojo Rising 5150, that is some decent trolling. I like that. You came in here with something kind of original. Bravo. Please tell me I've still got audio. Please tell me I've still got audio. Okay, now you're not being so original. It wasn't necessarily that the huge anus was original. It's just coming in there like with the you look like. Coming in there with the you look like. That was the kind of original part. Because I'm sure you've gotten people with that and they read it really slowly and then they're like, oh, great, I get it. Yeah, I fucked a girl in an apple orchard and I came inside her. But yeah, there's several Batmans. Here's Chuck Norris with a bunch of pencils. God, I'm looking at stuff I forgot I had now. Thank you. I am looking at stuff I forgot I had over there. I'll be honest. I went to work on Christmas Eve. I was home on Christmas, and then I went right back to work on the day after Christmas. Like that's the joys of working retail. You don't get to do much of shit on the holidays. The last knife I got was a Kaiser Drop Bear 2. Evil Twin, what's up? How you doing? Oh, Ed, I bet you got some nice knife shelves. I bet you got some nice stuff going on there. Joseph, what's up? How you doing? But yeah, the last knife that I purchased was the Drop Bear 2. Yeah, Happy New Year, Evil Twin. Everybody here, Happy New Year, Happy January 2nd. Hopefully y'all had a good year or a good New Year. I said I went to work New Year's Eve and then I went right back to work New Year's Day. So it was go home, go to sleep, get up, force myself through a shower, convince myself that dry people are wrong, and then go to work. So that was my New Year. That is the fun part of working retail. You don't got time for shit around the holidays. Oh, yeah, that Aegis is nice. Speaking of which, I believe Sunday, about midday, we're going to do a live stream with that Aegis and go ahead and do a Cardboard Slayer. I finally did the 2 Cardboard Slayer videos. Pimple 70, what's up? How you doing? I finally got around to doing the Cardboard Slayer Aftermath videos for the 15V and the 704 gear. So, like, I've already done 4 videos today. Like, I've done 4 videos today, and I've got yeah, I've done 4 videos today, and I've got 11 boxes of cut up cardboard I got to take to work and recycle, which I'm probably going to have to do that in 2 or 3 trips. That's a lot to throw in the baler at one time. The emotional support caffeine's gone. Oakley, you already said you're back. But come on, we need some more questions. We need something good. Ace, I would love to check out something that light. Like, I like a lightweight knife. Don't get me wrong. I love my big oversized stuff. I love my big oversized stuff, but I also like going on the opposite end of it and going really lightweight. Oh yeah, Joseph was sitting there debating on the Tenacious, right? But that's what we're carrying this week. We have got the XL Corvid right here. But yeah, like I'm curious, like under 4 ounce, over 3 ounce. That is real specific, Ace. But certain brand of D2, oh god. I used to not be brand picky, but if I'm buying D2, it's probably gonna be preferred from someone like Civivi. All right, Ed, very cool. I can't check it out right now. I don't have access to Gmail on my other phone, and the one that I can get into my Gmail account with is the one that I'm filming on right now. But what the hell was I just saying? Certain brand of D2. If I'm going for D2, it's probably gonna like have to be for preference someone like Civivi or Kaiser or somebody I can trust the heat treatment with. I've had so much bad D2. Like I even got some bad D2 from QSP twice. 2 bullshit D2 knives from QSP. Like, and I'm still upset about that. I'm still upset about the QSPs because I wanted those penguins to be good knives. I really did. I can't believe 2 of them were both lemons. I cannot believe 2 of them were absolute fucking donkeys. Like, what are the odds? Because like one of them, you know, some of you guys that have been here for a while have heard me complain about it vehemently. But I got one QSP penguin from Amazon, and it showed up out of the box. It showed up. It was out of the box. It was loose. It was rattling around in the package. The stickers weren't there. Like it was obviously used and sent back. That one wouldn't take an edge and wouldn't hold an edge. So I figure, all right, cool. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get another one from Blade HQ. And the one from Blade HQ also had bad D2. It wouldn't take an edge. It wouldn't hold an edge. Like it wouldn't do shit. Just that was some bad D2. And I can't believe I got 2 of them from 2 different places at 2 different times. It's not like I ordered one from Amazon, then ordered another one the next day. Oh, I bet the S35 Vian is good steel, and I'm willing to bet if I got another Penguin, I would probably get something that's not a lemon. I would probably get one that's not a lemon. Margaret Cronin, what's up? How you doing? Welcome. But I would get one that's probably not a lemon, but I don't want to spend the money on a third Penguin right now. Or if I do spend the money on it, I want to get one in better steel. I don't want to spend the money on another D2 Penguin. Yeah, just why? That makes the bags under my eyes look profound. Good God. Yeah, that was the thing on both of my D2 Penguins. The steel was very, very soft. It was like it wasn't heat treated at all. Oh, I believe it. Like, I love screen glare on glasses. However, I take my glasses off and the comments are all super blurry. I can't read the comments effectively. Yeah, no. Jacob Humphreys, what's up? How's it going, man? I'm doing good. But if the 704 gear button locks they send me are any good, ooh, yeah. Yeah, I can't check Gmail, but I'll definitely take a look at the pic. Yeah, Happy New Year, Jacob. But yeah, if the 704 gear button locks they send me are any good to check out, I may buy one of the Damascus ones just to have. I am hoping what they send me is some absolute fire. I am hoping they send me some absolute fire, some bangers. That way, 704 gear can become a go-to recommendation for a budget brand. I'm hoping. I would love to have. I would love to have like just a budget brand. I can say, hey, go check these guys out, kind of like Ganzo, only they're not ripping off everyone else's designs. It's like I can wholeheartedly say, if you're on a budget and you need a decent knife, go to Ganzo. They have the build quality and the materials there for the most part, but they rip off everybody else's designs. They like to. I've got one. It's a Rat 2 with a crossbar lock. I've got one. It's a Spyderco Bird, but again, crossbar lock. Yeah, no, it's real cool that he reached out to me, and oh, I don't know if y'all heard that. But it's real cool that they reached out, and it's real cool that they're sending some stuff. I'm kind of checking the mail every day. Like, is it here? Is it here? Is it here? Daniel M. Aguilar, what's up? How you doing, man? I hope I said that right. I hope I said that right. I tried. But yeah, I'm checking the mail. I'm looking at my porch. I'm like, where is it? Come on, come on, show up, show up, show up. Oh God, I could use a chiropractor. Hey, I said it right. Hell yeah. Hey, I'm sweating. Look at that, guys. Whoo, buddy. But yeah, like I haven't been to a chiropractor in decades. Um, but like I don't mind the crossbar locks. I'm kind of happy that they're there because the crossbar lock will let you centrifugal open a knife. Crossbar lock, centrifugal open. They close one-handed. They're ambidextrous. Yeah, that's one thing that you're going to run into with Damascus is you don't know what the composition is exactly. Which I would love to know, and if I do buy I get sweet around faceless people, I don't quite completely understand, unless you mean I'm being exceedingly nice. Oh, sweaty. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. But no, like I don't have an issue with a softer detent on a crossbar lock as long as it stays closed in my pocket. That's all I care about. Yeah, Chris, do some more videos, man. I've been kind of checking in on the videos once in a while just to see what you got going on. Which hopefully at some point when you're ready to start doing long form videos, you start picking up some new subs. And again, live streaming is where it's at, man. This live stream is not going to do a whole lot. Just because the number of viewers is staying really low. You know, I've been on here for 51 minutes, 51 hours. Yeah, I saw the Jeffrey. Yeah, it's real hard to tell me and Shaquille O'Neal apart. I have been mistaken for him more than once. You know how many autographs I've signed? And nobody knows. They're none the wiser. Oh, D2 Core Damascus? Is that on the 704 gears? D2 Core Damascus. Is that on the 704 gears? Because that is interesting. Most of the time when they do that, it's a Sanmai construction. All right, it's a core steel with sheets of Damascus smashed together on either side of it. I've seen that Sanmai done with VG10. I've seen that Sanmai done with VG10 a whole bunch. I haven't seen it done with D2 before. That is interesting. Yeah, it's usually VG10 core. That is really interesting. I'm going to have to check that out. I am going to have to check that out. We have done VG10 core Damascus before. And that is, oh man, that is interesting. I'm going to have to check that out. After I upload the Cardboard Slayer Aftermath video for the 704 gear, I am definitely going to be reaching out to him, letting him know the video's up, and asking him some questions about the D2 core. That is, God, that is interesting. Yeah, I'm going to have to, now that being said, it may take a while to check out the Damascus just because I only have a little bit of money to work with every month and I'm trying to save up for Blade Show currently. But we're going to have to check out D2 Core Damascus. Yeah, we are going to have to check out D2 Core Damascus. That is wild. That is wild. And I am overdue for a haircut. I should have gone and gotten a haircut today. But I didn't. But come on, we need something interesting. So it's 45 for the full-size Urban Ranger with D2 Core Damascus. It's 45 bucks. Bozo, what's up? How you doing? Welcome. Wow. Yeah, we definitely need to check that out when we have a few extra bucks to spend. But no, I haven't breached 350 for a knife either. Dylan32, what's up? How you doing, man? Kyle Heck. Okay, hats off. Yeah, we're playing the hat game now. For $2, I'll put my hat back on. I have got hat hair so bad. Yeah, I rolled out of bed and I was like, you know what? I'm bored, so we're going to do a live stream and we're going to try this format out. Benjamin7, what's up? How you doing? I have heard of Magpul Steel Spray Form, but I don't know a lot about it. I remember we had a long discussion about it one live stream a ways back, but that's all I remember about it. I know AR RPM 9 is supposed to be Spray Form 9CR18. My head is way too big for a sock. My head is way too big for a sock. Blade Show 2022. No, I was not. No, I was not. I've done the last 3 Blade shows. I've done 23, 24, and 25. If I'm not mistaken. If Wilderness Bushcraft is still in here, he can corroborate and he can tell you whether or not because like I remember going. Yeah, my first Blade show was oh, what do you call it? The Devo Growler prototype. Second Blade show was the Fireball prototype, and the third Blade show was the Growler XL prototype. And I'm looking forward to seeing what I can get for prototypes this year. Next year. It is this year. Yeah, so basically I've got 6 months to save up for Blade Show. I've got 6 months to save up. Hopefully I can go in there and do it big. Hopefully last year wasn't the exception. Last year was a real good year though. Dylan Meehan 1998. What's up? How you doing, man? Yeah, Blade Show Atlanta is June. That is early June. I've already taken like 10 days off of work for it. I've got that blocked out on the schedule. A $25 Visa gift card. Oh. Yeah, if I buy 704 Gear Damascus, I'll definitely be asking what the other steals are. Probably something like 1095 and 15 and 20. That is the most common version of Damascus there is. 1095 and 15 and 20 is the most common Damascus. Yeah, equivalent to S35VN has definitely got my attention. I like S35VN. Amazon knife. Yeah, what the hell would I buy with 25 bucks? Right now, I would be using the 25 bucks on probably cutting the cost down on something on my wish list, but I can't think of anything on my wish list right now. Every time somebody asks, my brain goes blank. 704 gear with 25 bucks. With 25 bucks, I'd buy a 704 gear. I'd buy a 704 gear for 25 bucks, but that's after handling the Urban Ranger Light V2 and finding out that they're discontinuing that because of some of the issues that I had with that one, which are mostly cosmetic. It's a thick knife for something that small, but for something that has an issue that is a non-issue for other people, for 25 bucks, I'd buy a 704 gear. Yeah. Now, that being said, I'm looking forward to getting my hands on the button locks and finding out, with them changing some stuff, which is mostly related to it being blocky. And Kyle, what's up? How you doing? If they are addressing those issues and improving their designs, the Workhorse flashlight I definitely liked. I definitely liked the Workhorse flashlight they sent me. I believe that was the HD01 Pro. And then what's the other one that I've got? The small one. Oh God. Yeah, Workhorse lights are pretty good. I'm trying to remember the other light that I've got. God, I'm not going to remember that until I go upstairs and look at it. But yeah, if you go look at my flashlight reviews, there's a little bitty one about the size of a Zippo lighter that I really like too. But yeah, like a Workhorse is kind of hard to go wrong with. The knife, if you've got $1,000,000, $5 on a knife is kind of Like I wouldn't be spending yet another 25 bucks on yet another knife, unless I was buying it for the channel. If I was buying it for the channel, I would definitely be spending 25 bucks on a knife trying to find a banger. And it's, again, I'm hoping these Yeah, that's the thing, is trying to find the good cheap knives. There's a, and I think over the course of the channel's history, we found a bunch of good cheap knives. Um, but there's also just such high odds of running into a lemon. There's such high odds of running into a lemon. The hell was I saying? Yeah, I'm hoping the 704 gears are good. No politics. We're not doing politics here. K-Ho, what's up? How you doing, man? Oh yeah. Mike Oz, what's up? How you doing? But yeah, the Ozark Trails. I wish the Ozark Trails were good enough that I could recommend them without having the Michael Bird, what's up? How you doing? Welcome. I wish the Ozark Trails were good enough that I could recommend them without having to add the caveat that you are about 50% likely to get a lemon out of it. Without having to add the caveat that what do you call it? Without having to add the caveat that you're going to be buying quality control issues. I wish they were good enough that I could recommend them. That would be so nice, just to have something like that at Walmart for $7-8. That'd be so good. But I cannot recommend them. Not. It's a bummer. It's not a surprise, but it's a bummer. Josh, what's up? How you doing, man? Examon Life, what's up? How you doing? I don't have any Lego. I'm not sure 110 cuts and 130 cuts of what? But what back here looks like Lego? KO, thank you for the 100. What is it back here that looks like Lego? Like, that's the second or third time now I've gotten nice Lego. Yeah, there's no Lego on here. There's a whole bunch of action figures and toys and stuff like that, but there's no Lego. Yeah, there's no Lego. Yeah, gaslight me into believing I have Legos. Nathan Bowerman, what's up? How you doing, man? Yeah. No, like, and what's frustrating is the one of the original D2 Ozark Trails that I got, one of the original ones that I redid Outdoors 55's testing with. I reached out to him a few times to see if he wanted to test that one out just to compare it to the one he got, and I never got an answer. Which I think that would have been a good video. I think that would have been a good video because it's like, dude, you don't even have to shout me out. Like, I'm not looking for a shout out. I'm not looking to vulture off of your audience. You don't have to mention my name. I just want to see the testing. Like, I think that would have been a cool video. I could be wrong, but I think that would have been a cool video. So yeah, and like, if I would have remembered, yeah, everything is a little out of focus because it's on the important thing right here. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, okay, 2.5% is better than 0%. I try to be pretty chill. You really got to work to piss me off. It happens, but you really got to work to get me not chill anymore. Movo, what's up? How you doing, man? What's going on, dude? But okay. What the hell was I saying? I was saying something. Yeah, 2.5% is better than 0. Like, $500 is 205 bucks or $500 is not a bad place to be. I don't know who is at my door, but I'm not going to answer it. The official McDonald's account, what's up? How you doing? Yeah, speaking of which, KO, do you have stuff for sale right now? Oh, God, that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. At Blade Show, if I would have remembered to bring it, on the first or second day, I saw Alex twice. But I didn't have it with me, and he didn't look like he needed to be bothered. He was like hauling all the ass. So I bring it on the third day, hoping I could catch him with slowing down a little bit. And no, I didn't see him on the third day. So I couldn't go, hey man, would you like to check this out? I don't need a shout out. I just want you to take a look at it. Who the hell was at my door? That'd be funny if it was FedEx with the, as a matter of fact, hang on guys. Nope, not FedEx. But what do you do? I was hoping maybe 704 Gear sent the stuff. I was hoping 704 Gear might have sent the stuff via FedEx, who does tend to ring the doorbell and they drop stuff off. There's nothing on the porch, so it's probably someone out there trying to sell shit. Ooh. KO. Would you do me a favor at some point when you have one apart, get some super fine sandpaper and polish some washers? I'd like to see what the difference is that makes on it. Kingwin, if I had the doorbell camera, I would still not see it because I'm live streaming on the phone the doorbell camera will be hooked up to. But I don't like cameras on the Internet of Things just because I don't want my cameras getting hacked. Gotcha, KO. Okay, well, now we know. I've got two phones, but the other one is across the room. I didn't grab it for reading comments because I can read the comments here. Lake Bath, what's up? How you doing, man? I'm just hanging out with you guys tonight. I am just hanging out with you guys. But yeah, the other phone is across the room. And God, I look like a mess right now. Northern Winds, what's up? How you doing? Yeah, but still, like, I don't like cameras and the Internet of Things. You know, if I do get a camera for anything, it's going to be closed circuit and it's going to be going to a hard drive in my house and not connected to the internet at all. KO, man, you scored that a little bit too high. Lake Bath, that was kind of original. We haven't seen someone come in with that before. Bravo. We're doing the hat game. I put a hat on for $2 and take it back off for $2. And obviously, we are at the hats off part of the game. KO Knives, that's what she said. Yo! But, yeah, you guys, I'm still digging this drop bear. I can't wait to carry this, but I'm going to give it a little while. Like I said, you guys, this week we're carrying the Corvid XL, or the XL Corvid. This week we're carrying the XL Corvid. I have been waiting on this and waiting on this and waiting on this. I have had this since June and have not gotten to carry it yet. This cleaver is not really tiny. Like, there it is covering half of my face up. You talking about me putting scales on my Rex 121, or are you talking about your end? Because now I'm confused. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, for me, buying custom scales on something that I'm not going to carry again anytime soon is a bit of a waste of money. Darius, what's up? How you doing? Like, it would be kind of a waste of money for me to it would be kind of a waste of money for me to really go and spend money customizing a knife that I'm not going to be able to carry again for a long time. And then if I do carry it, it might be for a day. If it was something I was carrying consistently for a long period of time and I was really, really in love with it, then yeah, customizing would be a thing. The only thing that I don't consider a waste, and yeah, sorry about the drop bear. 3x6 Corvus, what's up? How you doing? But the lunar surface scales on the Lander 1, that was not a waste. That was not a waste at all. But well, I mean, KO, for you, customizing the Sebenza is something that you have in your piece as a crown in the collection. All right? Like, you customizing the Sebenza makes sense. But for me personally, to say customize the Sage 5, it would be in a drawer and not get used. But yeah, so on a Buck 124, if you're doing custom scales, are those where you've got to peen the brass rod over? This takes up an entire pocket by itself. This takes up the entire pocket. Curtis O'Day, what's up? How you doing, man? Speaking of things, you guys missed it. I did a podcast with Hey Woodinator a few days ago now. Yeah, Evil Twin, I don't carry a man purse. Trust me, I wish I could. Yeah, I carry one knife. Oh, gotcha, 3x6. Okay. Yeah, I completely understand trying to make it less bulky. I completely get that. Thunder Pigeon, what's up? How you doing? Weston Dentramont? I had a hard time reading that. How you doing, man? Welcome. But yeah, like, I carry one knife. Like, I carry one at a time. I've got a couple of spares in the console of the truck. I've got a spare in the console of the wife's car. Dentramont. Did I not say Dentramont? I said Detriment, didn't I? I tried, man. KO, thank you for the 100, man. I appreciate it. I don't know. I tried. We're just going to go with that. I tried. KO, thank you for the 100 again. Gotcha. We're just going to go Weston. We're just going to go Weston for short. I'm not going to get it right, apparently. No, Mike, I don't have a Kingwin. Thank you for the 6-7, whatever the hell that means. We don't have a particular topic. I'm just kind of hanging out and shooting the shit with you guys. Darius, what's up? How you doing, man? I don't know if I said hi to you or not. But yeah, like I don't carry a knife for protection if need be. My real name is Knives, I guess. Hey, another 6-7. Thanks. Estelander 5. No, I've read that it doesn't mean anything, but still, it kind of surprises me that well, no, it doesn't. It doesn't. But it seems like it should mean something. Sheep Boy 696, what's up? How you doing, man? My name is Knives, I guess. But I just like swords. Curved, straight, they're all cool. Then we got the Dream Tech right here. I'm looking forward to carrying this. Now, like, hey, you guys that have been here for a minute know the face reveal is truly a rarity. Like, I've done a couple of face reveals, but not many. The face reveal is a rarity. You could have seen a full face reveal too on Hey Woodinator's channel doing the Wood Shack podcast, which I've got to figure out how to get that podcast to show up on my stream too. I know he said he could walk me through it. I need to get that figured out, because if I can do that, then we can do a podcast on the channel too, and get that out there. Yeah, and here's the thing is I don't think the beard is all that nice, but I don't see it every day. Everybody else does. Have I got bird's nests in my beard? It's too short for that. Come on, man. Come on, you can do better than that. Yeah, the beard is where the gray hairs are starting to show up, though. The beard hair is where the grays are starting to show. Gathering Grounds Bushcraft, what's up? How you doing? Best fixed blade practical knife. I don't have a lot of fixed blades because I can't carry them day in and day out. Like, I can't carry a fixed blade for review, so I don't spend money on them. I spend money on folders that I can actually carry and do reviews on and videos. But I do have this one from HX Outdoors, which feels like a really nice unit. This thing feels really good. Wiener Shaver Band, what's up? How you doing? Yeah, so I've got this from HX Outdoors, which that's probably the most practical fixed blade I've got. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Yeah, the pommel's set up for hammer, but I wouldn't hammer anything with it. I do have a Mora. I've got a Mora, one of the $10 Moras, which is also pretty good. Just a guest, what's up? How you doing? Yeah, I've got the. Let's see. Can I reach it from here? Yes. But I do have the Mora, one of the $10 Moras. The Mora Carbon. So yeah, like this is also great for a practical EDC knife. I've seen guys carry these and like they've got years and years of wear and tear on them. The Arctic Wolf. I do have a couple of Opinels. Actually, I do have a couple of Opinels. They're okay. They don't have a pocket clip. That's why I never carried them. At some point, we got to do Cardboard Slayer on the Mora. I know you guys want to see that happen. I know you guys want to see Cardboard Slayer on the Mora. We got to do that at some point. The Gathering Grounds Bushcraft, what's up? How you doing, man? I don't think 6.7 means anything. I got a feeling the Mora is probably going to burn out pretty fast on cardboard. I'm not going to try to learn how to sharpen a Scandi on it. We will take this thing and put a 17 degrees per side edge bevel on it and get the hell on with life. I don't want to. Yeah, I have to assume the steel is kind of on the soft side for the kind of toughness that it has, because I've seen some guys do some dumb shit with them. And they survived. Yeah, the Scandi might be close to 17. We are doing whatever it takes to get it sharp again after we wear the edge out on Cardboard Slayer. We're gonna have to see. Heatseek VR, what's up? How you doing, man? No, I don't think Scandi is for cardboard. I know the last Scandi we didn't perform well, and I can't tell if it's the fact that it was a Scandi or it was 1095, but that 1095 kind of sucked. That 1095 kind of sucked. Oh yeah, and the HX Outdoors came with a fire steel. So like the next chance I get to go out and do something outdoorsy like camping or something like that, I'm definitely bringing this with me to play with. I am in the United States, man. Well, here's the thing. 1095 with a good heat treatment is not junk. 1095 with a good heat treatment on it can do some amazing shit. There is a reason it is used as much as it is. It is what the hell was I trying to say? There's a reason it's used as much as it is. It is a very common and easily available steel, especially for knife makers. But if you get that heat treatment and you nail your heat treatment, 1095 can do some pretty crazy shit. You know, it may not, it's not going to stack up to something like MagnaCut or something like that, but it's not trying to. Yeah. And no, not all of it's properly heat treated. 9 millimeter Mike, what's up? How you doing, man? But yeah, definitely it's not all created equal. And I want some 1095 with a good heat treatment. For me to get 1095 where I've got the heat treatment that I trust, I'm gonna have to go with a custom from a friend of mine. Guess what? Customs ain't cheap. Um, Now I could get my custom size to where it's got a 3-inch blade on it and it's a flat grind and all that and get it right where I want it. But yeah, like it's not going to be cheap to get, and it's the same thing with a 5160. To get the heat treatment dialed on the 5160 so that I know it's as good as it can possibly get, I'm going to have to go custom. All right, Ray Hancock, appreciate you being here, man. Thanks for that. But to get the 5160 with the heat treatment dialed in that I can trust, I'm going to have to go through a friend of mine. And if I can make it up to his house with a knife with a knife blank that I've made, then I can use his heat treating equipment. But grinding it after the heat treatment is a problem for me. I have had a very hard time grinding small, thin blade stock without burning the piss out of the edge. That's going to be a problem. And I'm not sure how to address it exactly. Outside of like having him finish it for me, I'm not sure how I'm going to address that exactly. Well, 1080, 1084 is going to have a lower carbon content than 1095, obviously, which is going to be a tougher steel, but it's not going to be as high of an HRC. Yeah. It would only be worth getting a proper heat treatment for me, just for Cardboard Slayer, just for the testing on that. Like if I was, and again, if I could carry a fixed blade, and work with it at work and know that I wasn't going to be getting told to shelve that shit immediately, I would be all about like making some more stuff and trying to get better at making knives. Um, I still want to make my own knife again and try, like, instead of what I was doing, trying to make big old honking choppers and stuff like that. Oh yeah, there are tougher steels in 1095. There are tougher steels. 1095 can be really tough, but there are tougher steels. Um, but yeah, like I'd like to do a smaller knife and do something more appropriately sized and something easier to control on the grinder. Um, but it's also a matter of time and energy. Like I've only got so much time and so much energy to go around. Um, so yeah, it's not going to be something I get around to soon. I'm just looking for knives to fidget with, like this Tenable right here. Yeah, this is the Cryo. Tenable Cryo. This one is heavy. I've got my kitchen scale in here somewhere where I can weigh these knives, and I don't know where the hell I put it. Oh, it got stuck. It's halfway out and it got stuck. So it depends. Like flashlights, I can actually carry and get some use out of it. But there's a lot of EDC gear. There's a lot of EDC gear where I don't have a use for it. Like I don't have a use case for it. But I haven't reached out to any companies in a while. I kind of found out that a lot of companies are looking for larger channels with larger view numbers and larger view retention numbers, and I just don't have that right now. Damn it. That one's going to show up when I least expect it. But, oh yeah, the sharpness tester is a scale, but it's not quite what I'm looking for a scale. Yeah, like I carry a knife and a multi-tool. I do carry my, that Gerber MP600. I am carrying that bitch. I promise you that much. I am carrying that bitch. Yeah, I don't know what I did with the kitchen scale that I have down here. Somehow it has gone totally missing. All right. Well, it's somewhere in the mess. You guys saw the mess that I have down here. A lot of you guys saw the mess. Blue Ice 8, what's up? How you doing, man? Yeah, the multi-tool is kind of a must, and given how much I like that Gerber MP600, Grayson G6X, there it was. I told you when I least expected. I told you when I least expected. But, Illumicat, what's up? How you doing, man? No, this is not the Cardboard Slayer station. Cardboard Slayer station is back there. You can see the chair that I sit in for Cardboard Slayer right there, and you can see why it's hard to find stuff on my table. Ooh, MetaQuest 3. I've got the MetaQuest 2. I've got the 2. Believe me, I am not a religious man. I am not into organized religion at all. Do not like it. But this is actually the chair where I sit down to edit videos, to where I do my basic editing for like the Cardboard Slayer Aftermath. I've got my laptop right here, and I was trying to stream from the laptop when my audio decided it didn't want to work. So, yeah. I wish the audio would have worked. It would have been a little bit easier, but I mean, at the very least, I've been able to show you all the rest of the room. I've been able to show you all the rest of the room. Yeah, clearly knives are my religion. I can't say religion, but I can say way of life. No, I don't watch Young Sheldon. I'm not watching anything right now. I don't watch much in the way of TV. I will find something on YouTube and just kill time with it. There's not a lot on YouTube that I'm really actively watching either. It's just kind of scrolling until I find something that looks kind of interesting and then going with that. You're the one that's got the well. I thought you were the one that was supposed to dig that. Did you not dig that? Did you not get the well? Because you were supposed to. Yeah, it's just, and it's again, I've only got a couple of good hours awake a day. All right, get on it, Kingwin. But I've only got a few good hours awake where I'm not at work or I'm not doing something for YouTube. So it's just resting and relaxing. Like right now, I could go all the way back to sleep for another 3 or 4 hours. But I've got to stay up so that I can get up and go to work tomorrow and close the store. And I don't need to be waking up at 8 in the morning to show up at work at 2 p.m. So I got to stay awake. I am not from the United Kingdom. I definitely don't sound like I'm from the United Kingdom. Oh, that ain't good. Like we're not going to get into that. We're not going to get into the Ukraine war just because that turns political like that. But yeah, that's not good. What do I have here? Okay. So yeah, I got voicemail to check whenever I get done with the live stream. Is what's happening. Which I don't know how much longer we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this until there's nothing left to go on. Yeah, no, definitely you didn't do anything wrong, Brando. And Grayson, the reason we say that is we don't do politics and we don't do religion here. And you start talking about something like that, it turns political like that, and I don't want politics or religion here. This is a politics and religion free zone. We talk about knives, we talk about life, we talk about whatever else, but no. But yeah, come on, something interesting. Give me something interesting. I got nothing. Yeah, I almost wish I could make VR videos. Like I like dicking around in VR. Well, virtual reality, the Evil Twin. It's videos about doing stuff in virtual reality. Which, if I had to guess, there's a Gorilla Tag video in there somewhere. I'm gonna bet Gorilla Tag's in there. But no, like VR. The best use for VR that I've got is rhythm games like Beat Saber and Audio Shield. Um, I like Audio Shield quite a bit. I wish Audio Shield was a bit more like Beat Saber. Um, like Beat Saber's great. However, the song selection is kind of limited, and Audio Shield does something very similar to Beat Saber, but you can send your own music to a Google mailbox. Um, you can send it to a Google mailbox or a mailbox. I forget exactly how to set it up, and um, you can upload your own music to Audio Shield and use that. Jerry, thank you for that. It is hat time, my dudes. All right. And we got the hat. But what the hell was I saying? Yeah, Audio Shield will let you upload your own music. And I know on Beat Saber, if you mod your headset and you have a computer to connect it to, it's not Wednesday, it's Friday, I do believe. Yeah. Yeah, it's Friday. I was right. But what was I saying? I lost track of my train of thought, you guys. I hate when that happens. Yeah, like I used to like going to Radio Shack. No, it's not Golden Corral. However, now I feel like I need to look for a Golden Corral hat. Um, Grayson, I don't like sports. I don't really like sports. They're not for me. Katarina, what's up? How you doing? Welcome. But yeah, I used to be in a Radio Shack all the damn time. Um, my favorite thing was buying the tips for the aux cables so that I could take speakers and connect them to whatever. I would connect speakers to stereos. Like I would take dead boombox speakers or speakers off a dead boombox and connect them to a home head unit and just connect as many as I could just to see how loud I could make it. And it wouldn't get super loud. It would just like turn into a surround sound only in stereo instead of actually moving around the room. I dicked around with a lot of old speakers when I was a kid. You know, or I would try to take the 3.5 millimeter headphone jack and use that to connect to speakers and powered systems so that I could connect my Walkman to something that was a bit louder than the headphones. I did that until I found battery powered computer speakers that worked great for that. Until the 4 D cell batteries died and you had to buy new ones, and I couldn't afford to buy new ones. I did that a lot too. But yeah, Radio Shack was a lot of fun. Now that being said, there's no way in hell Radio Shack could have survived. There's no way in hell Radio Shack today could survive unless it was just an online store selling through Amazon. There's no way whatsoever. But yeah, good times. Good times. Yeah, I had a Walkman that would do the automatically flip the tape over for you deal, auto reverse. Yeah, none of the Radio Shacks around me had RC cars you could test drive. The ones that we had didn't really get too heavily into RC. It was a lot of home computing stuff and then electrical equipment, like electrical bits and pieces and stuff like that. A lot of small stuff. But yeah. And then I had one Walkman that had adjustable volume for the left and right headphone for I don't know what reason. I don't know what reason. My dad had a car with an 8-track player in it. Yeah, he had a car with an 8-track player in it. But a CB radio, thank God I never had one of those when I was a kid because my ass would have been just such an annoying pain in the ass with it. I would have been such an annoying pain in the ass with it. And we're messing with the Tenable Raven right here, which is another one that I've been excited about since I got it. Yeah, like mine was mostly, again, computer equipment, cables, little plugs, connectors, stuff like that. I think there were some RC cars, but I don't really remember. It's been so damn long. I don't think Radio Shack could have kept up with like T-Mobile or Metro PCS or anyone like that. Like they weren't the right place for it, and they weren't there at the right time. Yeah, listen, this was a weird a weird cassette player. It was an oddball. Like there was a lot of weird shit going on with it, but it was loud, it worked, it was reliable, and it took forever to wear the batteries out. Like it was an absolutely great unit. I wish I still had it. Yeah, but Radio Shack's not where I would have gone for a phone. That wasn't my first thought for it. Oh yes, Robbie the robot, that little coin-eating robot. Yeah, that little coin-eating robot. I wish I had one. I always wanted one and I never got one. I'm pretty sure you can find one used on eBay, probably cheap enough. I can't imagine they're that expensive, but yeah. No, like I said, I don't think there's any way. I don't think there's any way Radio Shack could have survived unless they just turned into an online store selling through Amazon. I don't think there's any way Radio Shack could have survived. Because once Amazon took over, all the stuff you would buy at Radio Shack is on Amazon cheaper, and you don't have to leave the house for it. Like there wouldn't be much foot traffic in a Radio Shack. Yeah, I mean, it's again. Yeah, I mean, it's again like Radio Shack wouldn't have been the first place I thought to go for phone service, even when they were still in existence and cell phone shops were popping up left and right. I don't think doing cell service would have kept them alive. It might have bought them some time, but I don't think they'd still be in business today, regardless. Yeah, like I said, if I was on a road trip and had a CB radio, I would have been one annoying little pain in the ass about that shit. Oh my god, I would have been just uh no, and like if Radio Shack came back for nostalgia's sake, it would have to be like one pop-up location somewhere or something like that. Like there's no good business model for Radio Shack. There's just not. Unless they're selling something that you can't buy online, which would, kind of get into vape shop territory or head shop territory, and then it's not Radio Shack anymore. Um, there's just not a way for them to do it. At least not one I can think of. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, like there's just so many places that, couldn't really survive Amazon. Yeah, if Radio Shack was a coffee and vape shop, it wouldn't be Radio Shack anymore. It would just be a coffee and vape shop. Like that's not what Radio Shack is. Oh man. Yeah, we'll probably give it a few more minutes here and then I'll cut the live stream. I just wanted to. Yeah, but you're not going to go to a vape shop to buy Radio Shack stuff. Mac 47 Cord, what's up? How you doing? Yeah, we'll give it a few more minutes and then we'll wrap up. We'll wrap up in a few minutes here. I said I wanted to do a live stream to kill a few minutes because I was bored, but I'm ready to go lay down and catch a nap. I'm tired, you guys. Damn, that smells good. No, definitely not taking a sip of a candle. I'm not that tired, but my voice is already a bit racked out from doing all the videos I did today. And like if I didn't feel like doing Cardboard Slayer, that should tell you. That should tell you a lot right now. If my voice was too tired to do Cardboard Slayer and I didn't feel like doing Cardboard Slayer, that should tell you how little I felt like doing. We were kings and we didn't know it. But yeah, I guess we're gonna wrap the live stream up, guys. Keep an eye out Sunday. Sunday during the day, we should be doing Cardboard Slayer on that AEBL steel on the Kaiser Aegis. Fook, what is up, man? How are you doing, man? All right, Jerry, we'll talk to you later. Hang on, we got Fook in here. We're gonna give it a few minutes. We're gonna give Fook a few minutes. Nah, Fook, you're okay, dude. I'm just happy to see you back, man. We will be streaming again on Sunday doing Cardboard Slayer. But nah, Fook, we were just talking about Radio Shack and how we could have possibly kept Radio Shack alive. Hey, Woodenator, what's up? Yeah, which you guys need to go drop by Hey Woodinator and subscribe if you want to see me do podcasts with them occasionally. I'm thinking we may have another one coming up over the next week here. I will email you about my schedule on that. Yeah, government subsidies for Radio Shack. Your tax dollars at work. But yeah, hey, Woodinator, we were in the process of wrapping the stream up. Fook dropped by and we haven't talked to him in a while, so we're going to give it a few more minutes. Actually, going for STEM, they could possibly get away with a subsidy. That's again, it would be a hard sell, but that would be how to do it. That would be how to do it. But yeah, Fook, Sunday. We'll be doing another live stream on Sunday, so if you're able to drop by and hang out for that one, that'd be great. Well, no, Fook, I got bored. I didn't want to do Cardboard Slayer, and my voice is a little bit too tired to do my voice is a little bit too tired to be on here for like 6 hours. I'm already feeling the strain from doing like 4 videos and doing this. Like my voice is very tired. That's part of why I was going to break off of this shortly and go lay down. But I figured I'd try something different. Yeah, you got to get carded to go into a vape shop. So yeah, Fook, if you can do Sunday, that'd be awesome. And hey, Woodinator, I will shoot you an email. I'd like to do another podcast. We just need to structure it better next time. But yeah, the podcast is fun. Nah, Fook, you're okay, man. And yeah, I'm doing better. I'm definitely doing better. It got weird for a minute, but I'm doing better enough that I'm back on YouTube and doing my thing again. But yeah, I guess we're gonna cut it here. And Fook, I'm glad you're doing better enough to show up here. And yeah, keep an eye out for Sunday. I'm not sure exactly what time, but we'll figure it out. It depends on what time I got to be at work on Monday. So yeah, y'all peace out. Y'all have a good one, and I will see you on Sunday. All right, I'm out. Yep. Happy New Year, everybody.